So who are you? What is your voice? How can you make your memoir 100% who you are and draw the reader in from that first sentence? You do it by finding your voice. The first step always is to write for yourself. Yes, we're interested in the reader. Yes, we want to draw the reader in. Yes, we want to convey a truth to the reader. We want to enrich their life in some way. But when you write memoir, when you're telling your story, you write it first to yourself and for yourself. You are your first audience. And when you write that story for yourself, your way, and you start to peel back those layers and you start to unearth your story, you will start to hit places where you perhaps have not gone before. And that is a good thing. That is where you want to be. That is where you're going to start to remove the mask that you may have, or to remove the filter and the perception of an event that you've had in your mind before or in your experience that perhaps is a little different than what you think. And when you open yourself up to that possibility that maybe it's a little different, maybe by writing the story and going deeper and expressing it in a certain way that actually lets out that emotion I've been carrying around in me about it, whether it be shame, whether it be anger, whether it be hurt, whether it be some form of pain, whether it be a jealousy, whether it be a guilty happiness, something you're happy about that you actually feel guilty about. If you bring those emotions to the fore, when you bring them up, they will start to be very uncomfortable, and you may find yourself retreat. You may find yourself pull back. And that's where you do what Brené Brown calls walking into your story. You walk into those moments on the page when they surface and you sit with them. You get curious about them. You ask yourself, what happened? Why did I respond that way? Why did he or she do it that way? Why did it always happen this way? What was happening at the time that could have caused that? What is the question I'm not asking? Why? Become curious. What? When? What if? Because, and write your responses to them and trust them. Just go with them, see where they go. I have a whole video on writing practice if you're interested in watching that one. Or journaling, watch that video if you're wanting to know more about journaling and writing practice. But get curious about who you are, about your story, and write it for yourself. Walk into your story when the pain or the envy or that emotion rises, because that's what you're wanting to unearth, to become true about, so that when you convey it to your reader, they trust you and they recognize it in themselves, because yours is an honest emotion, not a masked emotion, not a put on emotion, not even a hiding of anything. So those are the things you're wanting to do, and how you actually come to be authentic in your writing and in your person. Self-awareness, Mary Karr says as well in The Art of Memoir, is key to memoir writing. And self-awareness is key to living a good life. That has been my experience. But not just self-awareness that I know that I like the color blue, or self-awareness that I know I like pretty things, and self-awareness that I know I like books. Self-awareness that I can be a really not so pleasant person sometimes. Self-awareness that I respond in negative ways. I bite, I snap, I do those things, I get triggered. Why do I get triggered? What triggers me that way? This is all part of coming to understand who you are in your self-awareness, in your personhood, and in your writing. And memoir is perfect for coming to this deeper understanding of who you are and coming home to yourself. And it's a wonderful gift to give yourself and to those you live with and to the world in and through your writing. So I highly encourage you to do it. I went through this process when I wrote my memoir, When God Says No. This is one series in a 4-part series that discusses what is voice, why is voice important, how do we find our voice in writing, and how do we fine-tune our voice in writing. So I will see you in the next video. Keep writing, discover your voice, put it on the page, and put it out there. I'll see you in that next video.